Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Happy Devils Saturday. This is Devils After Dark, coming to you live from American Whiskey. 51 Edison Place, across the street from Prudential Center, next to Championship Plaza. And cross-continent to the Michael J. Fox Studios in Beverly Hills, California. It's Scotty of Sirius XM, Liquid Metal, streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, X Live, and Twitch on the Let's Go Devils Network as the Devils drop one to the Philadelphia Flyers today, 3-1. Lots to talk about. Goals called back, amongst other things. Devils, this one hurts, Scotty, because it ends the point streak.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's almost official. This team needs a shakeup. So, yeah, what a unfortunate way to start the weekend off over here against the old Philadelphia Flyers. Coming up short. What, a whopping 13 shots on goal for the entire game. This is just... it's kind of unacceptable for this team. So, I don't know. We can talk about it here real quick. Let's do a quick recap, and then we'll get Short Sky on. We get Sam Wu on. We get your reactions as well.
Very quick.
It'll be very quick, this one. Yeah, there's
and
really
we're done. And we're done.
That's about all there is. There was like a 30-second window of good play, and then... Is your voice ready, Sam?
So, no, we're not even going to do the old touchdown call today because Devils don't deserve it. But, yeah, this game is one of the ones where they need to win. They needed to win this game at home against the Flyers team, who definitely is playing a lot better, but should not be at the same level as the New Jersey Devils and should not be controlling the game the way they did against said Devils, in this contest. And it started out good. Thought it was going to be a great day for the Devils. Dougie Hamilton gets that goal. Good hard work by the fourth line, doing some dump and chase action. Bastion's able to retrieve the puck behind the net after, I think it was Tatar, dumped it in there. And, yeah, he gets it back out to the point where Dougie, it sees that the Flyers are kind of scrambling a little bit and aren't really set up in position. There's a lot of people in front of the net, so he just lets it rip. I don't know how it didn't hit anybody on the way through, but there's no way that Ersson saw that coming at him there in goal for the Flyers, and it gets past him for the 1-0 lead, and you're like, okay, it's going to be a good day at the Rock today. I feel the Devils coming through, and then nothing else really positive happened for this team. The Flyers scored. Michkov, stellar rookie there for the Flyers, scored after Luke Hughes, I don't know if it was I couldn't really tell on the replay because I had the NHL Network broadcast, so I don't know if you guys saw it differently on MSG, but I couldn't tell if he kind of partially fanned on the D-to-D pass along the blue line, which sprung Michkov for the breakaway. Nice shot there. He came in on an angle. Luke tried to get back, use his speed, but Michkov was able to kind of come in on an angle and then put a mid-range shot far side back the other way, past the glove of Jake Allen. And yeah, what the Devils had, let me just look here. Look at this. Let's go through these whopping shot totals. 3, 4, 6 for a total of 13. Are you friggin' kidding me? 21 giveaways. Jack, what's going on? I love you, buddy. We all love you. I got 2 Jack Hughes jerseys. But it seems like the giveaways are just coming more and more frequent like they did a year or two ago. So I'm not sure exactly what is happening with this team. Maybe they all do have this flu bug that's going through there, and you got a lot of guys just not being able to go at 100%. I don't know. But it seems to me like a shakeup is needed with this team. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but they're not getting any of that scoring from the bottom six. The defense does not look as solid as it did earlier in the season. And I'm not sure. I mean, like Paul Cotter, I'll say he had 2 really good opportunities. He drew a penalty on one of them. They're both in like the same shift, I think. He had one where he kind of like sprung on the wing, but he just missed the net. And then he had another where he had an interception there and kind of had himself a partial break. And that's where he drew the holding call for the penalty. But the Devils didn't do anything on the power play. They had a great opportunity. Nico Hischier down below sets up Dawson Mercer in front. No finish. No finish. It's something Sam Woos brought up when we were talking about, the Timo Myers, Eric Holla, who's now, on IR. That whole fourth line, Lazar, I mean, you're not expecting too much from them, but it's just like a dead zone for production right now. Although, I mean, I guess that's kind of ironic because they did set up the Dougie Hamilton goal. So, okay, fine for today. But in general, overall, the bottom six has not been performing very well. Paul Cotter got off to a great start. I think he's still playing good. But, I think his hot start wasn't really realistic to what, his overall production is going to be all the time. Dawson Mercer has got no finish right now. Eric Holla was struggling mightily before going out on IR. Thomas Tatar, I know he's a great locker room guy. And the team, all the bros, they're all bros and everything like that. And he's like big bro. I get that, but there's very to little no production. Nate Bastian, at least it seems like he's playing solid. Curtis Lazar's playing solid too, but you don't expect a lot of point totals from them. But still, if you got Timo Meyer, I don't even know how many games it's been since he scored a goal. It seems like forever. Nason just comes back from, being sick. Nico Hischier, is the only one who seems to be locked in all season. Jesper Bratt almost had a goal today, but he put himself offsides. I mean, it was pretty clear as soon as you saw the replay that it was going to be offsides. When's the last time he scored a goal? I know he racks up the assists, but we need someone to put the damn puck in the net. It's not happening. And you can't put this one on Jake Allen because the Flyers power play goal at the start of the third, Brendan Dillon got caught down below, trapped by 2 Flyers, and, he should have wrapped that puck around the boards. Instead, he kind of held on to it. He coughed it up, and they had someone open in front of the net. That's what happens on a power play. When you're down a man, you got to get the puck out of the zone. So Brendan Dillon had a little goof, but it was very costly. What can this team do to shake this up? And I know there have been a lot of rumblings about trades and all that sort of thing. I think it's coming, but I don't think it's the things that have been rumbling about. I think it has more to do with a certain prospect speaking his displeasure. Because, that's a great thing for prospects to do, is speak their displeasure. It's not like Simon Nemec was like lighting up the NHL when he was here. I'm sorry, buddy, that you're down in the AHL developing right now. I don't think Fitzy is very happy with that. I don't know how the team could be very happy with that, what he said. But whatever. That's just me. But this team definitely needs a shakeup. And I don't think it involves anything with the 2 goaltenders, because Jake Allen played well today. The 2 goals, I don't think you really put on him. Markstrom has been incredible. They've been keeping the Devils in this game. It's just no finish. Where did it go? We were getting such solid defensive play for so long. It's like completely flip-flop now, where we weren't letting up 20 shots a game for so long. Now we can't even get 20 shots in a game. 13 shots in a game when you have a Jack Hughes, a Jesper Bratt, a Nico Hischier, a Timo Meyer on the roster, a Luke Hughes, a Dougie Hamilton. It's not like this team is, short on offense over here. But I don't know. We'll see what everyone says. I know, Pollock, the illness is going around, but we can't use that as, all the excuses here. So let's bring in Sam Wu and Shorts Guy, who were there. They're down there at American Whiskey. If you're hanging out, maybe drinking on some adult beverages to drown those sorrows of the recent Devils' woes. They're going through a tough stretch right here. But you guys were at the game, so tell us what you think of everything that was going on.
It was not the Devils' best effort, that's for sure. The shots on goal, I was looking at the entire time. I think you said 3 for the first period, I believe?
3.
3, yeah, 3. And the second one went in, and then the third one came a little while later. Their offense looks just absolutely dead. And the Flyers, however, credit to them, did a very good job clogging up the middle, it seemed. They did not give the Devils that space to do what they needed to do. And that's a credit to John Tortorella for being like, just get in the way, get in the middle, and just stop them from doing what they do. So you got to give credit where credit's due with that. But they just look terrible. I mean, not for nothing, we let up only about 18 shots. That's not terrible. But you called it. Like, both goals were not on Jake Allen. That giveaway in the third period there for the power play goal for the Flyers, it's like Jake Allen's not going to do anything with that. It's so hard. Especially when that guy's wide open on the glove side like that. Like, you can only go over, if you get a piece of it, you're lucky. But it's difficult in that situation. I don't know. It's just the Flyers clogged the middle, and they prevented any kind of offensive flow. But they also they didn't look right today. They looked like lethargic in a sense. It's just, I don't know. And like, your monologue was uncharacteristic. I can't even talk. It was more dire than it normally is. There you go. Easier words for Shorts Guy today.
Sam Wu says I'm doom and gloom now, so I gotta keep with it. So,
well, yeah. I do know this, Scotty. Someone named Sam Wu did not buy a burrito today.
No, I did. It went to Beer Baron.
Oh, well, there's the issue right there. You're supposed to keep the burrito in your pocket, Sam. You know that. Come on. What are you doing? You're costing us some valuable points. Jeez, Sam Wu.
I don't know, Scotty. I've got a lot of beef right now.
Beef.
Got a lot of.
Can I ask you guys a real quick question, Sam, before you get into it?
Yeah.
Is this one of those quote unquotes? The playbook is out on how to beat the Devils, because we've seen teams keeping them to low shot totals, keeping the offense to a minimum, and the Devils have not been doing well in the last 2 to 3 weeks.
No, there's no playbook. I think the Devils are giving it away, and here's why. When back in December, they were focused as a team. They played like a team. And I know that sounds all cliche, but they were buzzing around the goaltender. Now they're telegraphing the plays easily where the goaltender can see the puck. The goaltender can see the puck pretty much at all times, except for that Jesper Bratt called back goal. I mean, they're just. I think the goaltenders are seeing the puck more. I don't think they're getting enough traffic in front of the net. Matter of fact, I don't think they're going too hard to the net. They stop short of that. And I think they got to go through the goaltender, so to speak, figuratively speaking. No offense, Shorts guy. And I think that's really the big problem. And you know what? You would figure after Sheldon Keefe getting pissed off at after the Toronto game, they came out so lethargic. I mean, the turnover brothers, Luke and Jack Hughes, I'm tired of them. I am sick of them right now. They're on my, they're on my blacklist right now.
They're off the Christmas card list for Sam Wu?
Pretty much. All
right. Okay.
So they can start.
That's an exclusive list, too.
So they can start.
It's hard to get on. It's hard to get back on when you get kicked off that list.
Yeah. That's what a blacklist is for. But, everybody has been talking about the bottom six scoring, and and I now I'm starting to get really pissed because Trorsky and I were talking before air, not realizing, but you had Logan Cooley at the second overall pick. Fitzy, you had him right there. You could have taken him. He would have been 25 goals, 50 assists this season, but he's with the Utah Hockey Club right now. And then you got Simon Nemeth that says, oh, I deserve to be in the NHL. Well, he's not. So right now, I'm just mad about that. I'm mad about the Hughes brothers just turning over the puck, not protecting the puck.
You're mad it's going to snow?
I'm mad as hell right now. No, I'm dead serious. You know what? This team is so frustrating. This organization is so frustrating. Now we don't have picnic tables outside of American whiskey on top of everything else.
But you can stand there and have a beer instead.
Yeah.
You can't stand at a table, but you can stand there.
Yeah. Wimpy, I'm mad. Okay? Because they're wasting talent. They're wasting their time. They're wasting our time. Bruce Zeman at the Point podcast that I do with them. He spent over $1,000 to go to this game for what? To see the Flyers, who are in a rebuild, outclass them, outcoach them, outwork them. Their fundamentals are there, Scotty. Their fundamentals are there. John Tortorella has this team, this rebuilding team, at their potential. They're overachieving now. They had a slow start to the season, but they're overachieving right now. The Devils are underachieving right now.
They are.
This is a big game. They were asleep the entire time. Remember, sleepwalking was a term, Scotty, that you used in your monologue? Yeah, I mean, I don't know why, but in the middle of the game, I just went back to American whiskey for whatever reason. I don't know why. Now I know why. Because it's unwatchable right now.
And a lot of people on YouTube agree with you here. Michael Rossi, garbage game. Max, our on-ice product is hard to watch right now. It's like the whole team is sick or something. Eddie, they had no life. AJ Visco, only worth watching is the goaltending. And Allen didn't have a horrible game. Brooke agrees. Honestly, the 2 goals he let in were not his fault. I'm right there with you on that one, Brooke.
And for Brooke Amanda to give credit to Jake Allen is a big deal because Brooke does not like Jake Allen very much at all.
Oh, that's true. That's true. She wants Sam to buy the jersey. That's right.
Yeah.
That's like me giving the Girl Scouts and money to buy cookies. I mean, that's that bad.
Mike Rosenwig, though, this is a point that no one has really brought up yet. My assessment is the issues with our coach. The in-game tweaks are substandard. Now, that's something to think about.
Yeah.
Selected. This was embarrassing to watch.
Embarrassing to be at.
Brutal. Fitz trade Nemeth now for a scorer for F's sake. Now, some people are saying that, Nemeth should be called up. I mean, I don't think he's going to fix the issues that are going on here.
No.
personally. You know, they need to figure out what the hell is going. Serve. I'm tired of the Hughes brothers turnovers. I think we all are.
Woo!
Bad giveaway there at the blue line. Absolutely. AJ Visco, the Devils can't figure out the 1-2-2. Hey, James, welcome to the live chat. Well, we got one positive note on here. James figured out how to join the live chat. So
and super chat.
Yes, and he super chatted.
Super chatted.
Too? Oh, okay. I didn't get
that.
Yeah,
You gotta
scroll back, and now I'm making my way down the comments over
We went
here.
back to the future on the chat.
Oh, okay. All right.
You get that?
James,
get that reference?
And James, I got it. And James, the biggest thing is we need bigger bodies that can give us ozone possession time.
Yeah.
We are in and out way too quick lately. That's right. Maybe putting Paul Cotter with Meyer and Heischer. I was honestly thinking of switching up Meyer with Palat and see if Jack and Jesper can get Timo set up for a good goal score, because he needs to, break. Max is saying the same thing. Brad Hughes and Palat probably needs to be broken up as a line.
At the very least, that puts a pretty big, strong body in front of their goaltender, and to cause chaos in front of the net. Although you do want Timo to go muck it up in the corner, but man, if you've got Jesper and Jack shooting from the outside, you got a big body in front of the net. Like, might as well.
Max and Mike, 13 shots is unacceptable. Ted, no bueno.
Yeah.
Cristiano, Sam is right. Should have never drafted Nemec when he had Cooley sitting there. It's a debate that'll be going on for years here.
Yep.
Dubs, Bratt and Meyer need to start scoring. It's unacceptable to make the cash they make and not put the puck in the net. Man, I think a lot of us are all kind of feeling the same sort of frustration over here.
Yeah. I have a feeling we're going to be talking the same thing tomorrow after the Senators will run over the Devils. I'm already predicting it right now.
Well, the Senators don't play till tonight, so hopefully we'll catch a team.
Doesn't matter.
I'm trying to be positive.
I'm
here,
being
Sam.
negative.
I know you're being negative.
I'm trying to be negative. That's actually my blood type.
Negative?
That's actually B positive, but I'm going to change it to
now
B
you're going to be negative?
Yeah.
You're going to be negative
I'm
all over
going
the
to be
place.
negative. Freaking team.
All right.
Jeez.
Pollock says it's a January slump. Okay, we'll see.
We've gone through these wintertime slumps before.
No, it's not a January slump. This organization sucks. They always do this bait and switch on us. It's like it looks promising. In December, we're like, yeah! And then, like, what was that, Festivus? We're like, well, I really don't have any complaints, guys.
We should have complained about the organization owners.
Yeah.
It's crazy how much can change in just a couple weeks over here.
Yeah.
So, but Brooke over here, 13 shots a goal, 21 giveaways. I mean, that's garbage. Serve says the same thing. Peter Seifert, Timo's been a disappointment. Ted, where's Mercer? I don't know. Corbin, same thing. How many open nets does Mercer need to bury one? I mean, I don't know how he didn't get that feed from Nico in the back of the net.
He should have. That was beautiful. That was right in front of me. That was beautiful. He should have scored that.
I mean, this game was so bad that Larry Brooks can't even ask Tortorella any kind of bad question. He'd be like, Torch, I have nothing to say. Good.
Hey, Torts, what do you think about my tie? That's basically what it would come out as. Jeez.
They got all these loser Flyer fans. I'm sure they were chanting EAGLES.
Oh,
Eagles.
Thank you for bringing that up, because Max said some kind of crap about the Eagles in the chat, and I turned to Brooke Amanda at the game. I was like, oh look, here are the Flyer fans spelling the only name or the only word they know how to spell in Philadelphia is Eagles. That's it. That's the only thing they can spell properly in the city of Philadelphia. Eagles. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
They were yelling that.
Yeah.
And Max, I hate your dumb birds.
You know, Max, I don't want to talk to you
I
right
hate
now.
your birds, Max. I really hate your birds.
I don't want to talk to you right now until they get knocked out. That's how mad I am.
Your dumb birds. Yeah, get out of here. You know what? Kick Max out of the chat, Sam.
I wouldn't go that far, okay? I wouldn't go that far. I just have a temporary ban on talking to Max. Till the Eagles are out, I'm not going to talk to him. Don't take it personal, Max. It's just a podcast.
This team has no closers or finishers. Someone to take the game over and call the game night in, night out. I mean, you think they do, but they're not performing like it.
No. Everyone's on a slump at the same time, it seems. Like, players are going to slump throughout a season. It's just when they all slump together, that's a problem. Like, there's something that needs to, maybe this Four Nations face-off break can't come soon enough for the Devils.
I'm beginning to think that myself.
To get away from each other. To just kind of go on vacation.
I have an idea. It's not going to be...
Is it going to be positive or be negative?
No, it's going to get my ass kicked. So we talk about leadership. Do you think it's time to remove the C off of Nico? Try somebody else?
No.
No.
I think he's leading by example on the ice.
He's the only one I don't have any issues with the entire season.
Yeah, but you know what? What results are the team getting? I'm just trying to play devil's advocate here.
I don't think that's.
I'm trying to make small talk.
I don't think that one's on Nico. I think he is doing just.
All right.
Fine
So
with
how
that
about strip the A off of Jack's jersey?
That could be.
I mean, that would definitely send a message. That's for sure.
How about instead of an A, let's put a T for turnover?
I think Tom Fitzgerald has to really start thinking about making a move, though. I didn't know if it was necessary like 2 weeks ago, but
it's necessary
if this continues, they got to do something to just shake it up a little bit.
We need a jar of jelly thrown against the wall. That's what we need.
Or Tom Fitzgerald just having a press conference swearing. I would take that.
I feel like he would do it if it was going to do anything that was going to be positive. I feel like he's the type of guy that would actually do that.
But what can this team do to shake things up? Is it sitting someone? Is it changing up the defensive partners who haven't moved all year? Is it shuffling, the offensive lines? Is it, I don't know who else they can call up, on the offensive side. You got Casey and Nemec down there on the defensive front.
I think
goaltending, not an issue. I don't think there's anything to do there with the goaltending.
It's been a long time since we can say that. That's for damn sure.
I think right now it's about accountability. I mean, I don't see any message sent to the Hughes brothers. I mean, if it were any other player making those turnovers, like Luke with that line change in the last game, and then today turnover, passing the puck across the ice like that, which cost the Devils, and then Jack, Mr. Turnover himself. I mean, can you bench the Hughes brothers?
Yeah.
Are you even allowed to
bench anyone?
You would think, but it hasn't happened.
I feel like Sheldon Keefe is that strong personality that could and would do that.
Why don't you put Jack on the fourth line? Make him work.
I'm not sure what they're going to do. Okay, James, here you go. Meyer, Heischer, Cotter, Hughes, Palat, Nason, Bratt. I don't know if I like that third center over there. Bratt, JT Miller, and Bastian. I don't know about that one. Hallinan, Lazar,
Miller's not
Tatar.
coming here. Miller doesn't fit the mold of this team.
Yeah, I don't think that JT Miller is coming to the Devils. I do think Fitzy, though, is out there looking. I don't believe any of the smoke about JT Miller, though.
No.
Because he hasn't been performing well. There's been numerous issues with him and other team members. I don't see that one going on.
Yeah, that seems like something that's a bridge too far for this team, especially with what Fitzy said over the summer about no A-holes or no D-heads, whatever it was. I can't remember what he said. That just doesn't fit the mold of what he would do. It's going to be something. The thing is that we all need to be prepared to say goodbye to a player we like.
It's going to be Dawson Mercer.
It's a Mercer, a Lazar, someone like that. I mean, I like Palat. If he can unload Palat in that contract, that would be a pretty good move. But it's this team has been a team that I think we've all fallen for. We have to, like, everyone's talking trade. Everyone, when the trade happens, people can't be like, oh my gosh, you can't believe it was him. Why'd they send him? Like, you got to be ready to say goodbye to somebody. And that's
what value, though. How much value does Dawson Mercer have right now? I can't see it being very high.
Yeah, honestly, and I would hate to see him go, but would Paul Cotter have the highest bottom 6 value?
Probably.
So it's you've got to get equal or better. But like I don't want equal to Paul Cotter. I want better than Paul Cotter. So I guarantee since that article came out that GMs have called Fitzgerald about Nemec. And they're trying to probably get him for a steal, and Fitzy's not going to do that. Fitzy is the one who does the fleecing. He does not get fleeced.
Yep.
I mean, Fitzy has the leverage over him.
Oh, he does
right now. So Nemec can just shut up and deal. Just shut up. I don't want to hear about you. You haven't done anything really that spectacular in the NHL. And
I'll tell you what, though, and I'm sure we'll talk about this more tomorrow night on the big show, but I kind of like what he did by coming out like that. It shows he has ambition. It shows he wants to play big. Like, honestly, who would he replace? There's no one he would replace, but he wants to be in the league. I'm okay with.
Well, so do I, but
I'm okay with
I get that he wants to be in the league. I don't know. I found the comment a little selfish because it just draws bad attention, and that's stuff you want to keep inside the locker room and not have it.
But that's the thing about the NHL
leaked out to the press.
But that's the thing about the NHL. Like, we don't the NHL for the most part doesn't have situations like that. Like football does. The NFL absolutely has that. MLB has that. Basketball has that. Every now and then when a player comes out and says, I want to play, I like that ambition. Like, the kid wants to play.
I like the I want to play. I don't like the I need to be in the NHL now. I can't think of any number 2 picks that have spent, 3 seasons in the AHL. It's like, hello, son, I thought you were in the NHL last season, so you haven't actually been in the AHL for 3 seasons. So he needs to slow his roll, I think, a little bit.
I'm also curious, too, of how much of that came from his agent and how much was lost in translation from I think it was a Slovak article. So I'm curious if anything was lost in transition, but you know what? This is the one. I mean, everyone lost their minds in Philly when what's his name didn't want to play there, forced his way out with a trade. That never happens in this league. You know what? You almost kind of like those ambitious players that don't want to just shut up and take what they have, like what they're being given. Like, I want bigger and better. I don't know. Well, I'm sure we'll talk about it more tomorrow. We'll debate it with Beer Baron. It'll come out in shapes and colors.
We could trade another defenseman in San Jose for someone. Maybe we get Zetterlund back or Tyler Toffoli.
Yeah, right. Losing Toffoli, I think, was a big
Meyer
deal.
back to San Jose for Toffoli.
You would not. You would not.
Zetterlund. Here you go, Mike. You can have your guy back.
But yeah, I don't know what's going on with this team. These last 3 weeks or so, since 2025,
Oh my God.
It's been.
Hold on, coming to you live from my text messages. Justin from the UK, not liking the turnovers and giveaways from the Hughes brothers, like Sam here. Justin is over in London, not liking what you're not liking Sam, so he's right on the same page with you. That's live from the text messages I just got, all the way from the UK.
Yeah, Ramona's right. They do. They look like last season. They look like the rebuilding Devils and not the team that played the first, 3 to 4 months of the season.
Is that yours, Shorts guy?
Yeah.
Or 3 months of the season.
Yeah,
They look
agreed.
like they just have reverted to some of those old bad ways. They're not shutting down the other teams. They're not getting good opportunities. They seem to be very one-dimensional. And the Flyers shut that down. They
did.
just stood up at the blue line. They didn't let him enter the zone, and that was it. The Devils just kept coughing the puck up over and over and over again.
Yeah, and Brooke Amanda had mentioned during the while we were watching the game today that it was our possession time was terrible. Our time of possession was awful, so we couldn't even possess the puck when we needed to,
and they couldn't protect it either.
Which leads to the 13 shots again or on goal.
And the 21 giveaways, like Serv is mentioning here again.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah, that's what happens when you just try to throw the puck, on these random passes, and they're not connecting, and they're just turning the puck right over. I mean, it's bad.
A giveaway led to the penalty, which led to the game-winning goal today. So it all compiles. It all compiles together. Well,
here we go. There were 15 scouts in attendance. Thank you, Max.
Wow.
From 14 teams in this game. How did you find out this information, Max?
Always has this ability to find this random stuff.
I know.
Yeah. Max has got the whole arena bugged somehow,
I think so.
Max is like a secret agent, I don't get how he gets all this information at everyone.
Yeah.
So that means that Max gave us this information, but that means that these scouts and these teams know that, Fitzy's looking to deal, and they also must know that Fitzy's not just gonna give away players for nothing.
Oh yeah.
We're not in the selling. We're not selling this year. We're buying. And right now, we're still in the playoffs. We don't have to sell anybody. We're kind of in that. Oh no! What?
Not just Max. Max says all the scouts put "quote unquote" worthless on the player grades. Well, I'll tell you who wasn't. That was Jake Allen today, and it's been
great.
Jacob Markstrom.
He was great today.
The goaltending has been great. I have no issues there whatsoever.
So I'll tell you what, I noticed a big difference today between Jake Allen, because this is the first time I've gotten to see Jake Allen since, I want to say it's the first time I've seen him play live since the infamous Girl Scout incident last year in Vegas.
Ah, okay.
Jake Allen is a very strong positional goalie, and he relies on that, whereas Markstrom is a very reactive reaction goalie. He relies on his instincts and his reaction time to make saves, where Jake Allen is more positional. So they're two different goalies, and I loved seeing Jake Allen do very well today because he's needed to play that game, but he still couldn't get a win. I feel like it's been forever since we've got a win.
Like a true win. Like a solid win.
A solid front-to-back win.
Yeah.
It's been
since
the
December
Canes?
December 23rd.
Since the 27th against the Canes.
Yeah, you could say that.
And you know what? There was some, I don't know if the same stats were shown on MSG, but the Devils, when they don't score first, they are not good. They are.
But we
not
scored
good.
first today.
Yeah, we did. With
We
Dougie.
did.
I think this is the first game we've actually lost. Lost, not an OTL, scoring first. Yeah.
Wow.
I think they said we were 11-0-1 when leading after one period, and then 21-0-2 or something like that when leading after two.
Wow.
So this was the first game, and both of those OTLs were to Toronto. So this is the first game they actually lost in regulation after leading after the first period. And I think Max works for the HIA, the Hockey Intelligence Agency. That's where he gets all his information.
I still think Sam should have bought a burrito today.
I think he should have bought a burrito and kept it in his damn pocket. Come on,
Seriously.
Sam Will. You're costing this team points. What are you doing over there?
Guys, I hate to break it to you. It wouldn't have mattered. This team sucks that bad.
Wow. This is how down Sam Wu is. He was all about the burrito pregame.
Yeah, I was till I watched what was on the ice. I'm like, yeah, there's no helping this team. If you can't help this team if they can't help themselves, you know.
And Robert Isaacson here, you know, the team is in a funk scoring. Those things happen, absolutely.
Yeah.
But right here, but these bonehead turnovers have reemerged, and that is what's killing this team. It really is. They have no, like you were saying, Brooke was saying, they have no puck possession. The zone entries are non-existent anymore. So whatever, I don't know what in the holy hell has happened here in the past, you know, month and a half, 15, 20 days or so.
I have a theory. I've got a theory.
Oh boy.
Conspiracy or real?
Oh boy.
No, I'm going to piggyback off of Dubs' like that loss to the Canes in Carolina, which is he's talking about December 28th in Raleigh, somehow changed the trajectory of the season. I don't know what happened, but everything changed since the Natchez incident.
Yeah.
I think that was probably the starting point. But remember, they were on this long road trip that started from Carolina, then cross country to Anaheim, LA, and then they went
San
to
Jose.
San Jose, then back to Madison Square Garden. Somewhere along the line, that's where they started to incrementally decline.
I blame James Dolan.
We could do that. I blame the NHL schedulers, but the reality is real championship teams figure out a way. I don't know what happened on that road trip, but it just seems like it's such a different team since December 27th when they beat Carolina at the Rock and now. And this is the first major challenge since the 4-game losing streak, I believe, in the beginning of the season for Sheldon Keefe. How are they going to respond? They didn't respond after Toronto very well tonight. So either this team is just getting too comfortable again, or they're just not that good. They certainly have the talent, but it takes more than talent to win, especially against a John Tortorella team that's always prepared. So that just tells me they're just not prepared. Lack of preparation. Maybe they've had a lack of practices because they were out on the road so much. I don't know.
Who do you think, if I give you 3 names, who do you think would be most likely to be potentially traded? Simone Nemec, Johnny Kovacevic, Dougie Hamilton.
I think Kovacevic would
That's
be,
what I lean towards as
yeah,
well.
towards trade deadline. You want that extra D guy to shore up if your team going into the playoffs. Dougie Hamilton's got a no trade clause, and plus he's got a monster contract still left for any team. Can they absorb it? I know the cap's going to go up next year. Not sure about that one. And who's the other? Who's
Nemec.
the other?
You said Nemec. See, you trade Kovacevic, you can bring up Nemec.
So it's a 2-for-1.
You know, you have
I mean,
that.
if you trade Dougie, you can also bring up Nemec, and you also potentially free up some cap space too.
Yeah, to bring in another forward too. So you just got to find a team that's willing to take that contract, and I think that'll be the hardest thing, is finding someone to take that Dougie contract. That's why I think Kovacevic might be the easiest to move. On top of that, Kovacevic is on an expiring contract, if I'm not mistaken. So probably the easiest to move. He would be a rental. You'd probably be sending him to a team that wants some defensive help going into the final part of the season. So he's the easiest out of the 3 that would get you the most in return.
Just remember. Go ahead.
Dougie's in year 4 of 7. I'm looking. I can't see it on this Puckpedia if Dougie does have a if he does have a no trade clause or not.
I wish. We
Oh
still had,
wait! I'm sorry. He's got a no movement clause, and I guess partial no trade clause. That's what he has. I just found it over here.
Yeah, it's
A modified no trade clause. That's what it is.
I just
don't
think
know.
I'm
I'm
think
just throwing names out there for the hell of it.
Kovacevic is the easiest one with the most value to move right now.
But I mean, if you trade him, that's like your big shutdown D-man who's been unbelievably solid all year.
I know, but that's why he has the most value.
Yeah.
And I would hate to see him go, obviously, but like I said earlier, we're gonna have to be ready for someone to go.
Okay.
So, we're all living in
And James,
hypotheticals.
yes, Brock Nelson, the Brocks, Besser and Nelson are two people that I would be interested in.
Yeah.
I think that's who, if Fitzy is looking to Vancouver, would be looking at rather than JT Miller. But we'll see. We'll see. Just a
Bring in
disappointing
Quinn.
game today.
Bring in Quinn.
What's that?
Bring in Quinn.
Bring in Quinn. And as Wimpy said, 13 shots to nowhere. Got a little Pantera reference there, 13 steps to nowhere. So,
Yeah, you just tell them to walk.
I mean, Bill, yeah, I know. I'm just throwing some names out there for the hell of it, just for some talk and some fun. But those are three names that would have a lot of value to them.
Yeah.
And I just know Dougie's contract is massive, and with Seamus Casey and Nemec looming,
Yeah.
Kovacevic, Dylan's not going anywhere, Pesci's not going anywhere, Luke's not going anywhere. Siegenthaler has signed up for a while too, so you're looking on the defensive side. Kovacevic is here on a 1-year deal. Dougie's on that massive contract. And you eat some of it and get rid of it. I don't, it's a kind of a little bit of a pipe dream there.
This is why Fitzy gets paid the big bucks and we don't.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't know. I mean, I don't know what Lou's going to do over there on the island too. I mean, Bo Horvat maybe.
You know what
He
this
signed him
reminds
for
me
forever.
of?
I doubt it.
You know what this reminds me of?
I think Brock Nelson would be the key target there.
Yes.
Because I can't see the Islanders really rattling off like 10, 12 wins in a row here to get back officially in the playoff race. Even though the wild card is pretty close. Like all the teams are kind of like between 40 and 50 points there. So
I don't want to see them in the playoffs.
The Islanders are in last with, I believe, 41 points.
Good.
So they're like 9. I think they're 9 points out of the second wild card, which is Boston.
Good.
So, yeah.
I was going to say, I wasn't really born. No, I was probably about a couple years old at the time, but it kind of reminds me of the story of the New York Islanders when they traded for Butch Goring. They had this young team that was just about to just take it to the next level. They make that trade, and what came out of it was 4 Stanley Cups. You hear about that story, especially from a good friend of the podcast, Stan Fischler. I think if Fitzy's going to trade for a player, it's got to be somebody that has a lot of character.
Yep.
And
that's without a doubt.
A locker room guy where he not only puts up points, gets results, but can give this team a lot of pizzazz or a lot of character, like what Matthew Tkachuk did for his team. Someone that would go in, try to hit, he should basically kamikaze in. He basically got jumped.
Are you talking about Brady Tkachuk, who will be in town tomorrow? Is that who you're talking about?
Have we ever mentioned trading for Brady Tkachuk on this podcast?
Have we ever mentioned? Yeah, have we ever mentioned that before?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I know Reddit's mentioned it, but we haven't.
Yeah, I know.
Is he Tom Fitzgerald's nephew? Is that? Have I heard that somewhere before?
We should ask Beer Baron his opinion on this tomorrow, because I'm sure he's got a thought or two on it. We've never heard him speak of such things.
I didn't know that Matthew had a brother.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
And Dino is giving Sam more conspiracy theories over here. The analytics department didn't like the low-scoring defensive hockey in December and got into Fitz and Keefe's ear. They are messing everything up.
Oh.
You know Sam Wu.
Yeah.
Only
Sam
likes
Wu.
Beefalytics. He
loves
doesn't like analytics.
Sam
Only
Wu loves
Beefalytics.
analytics. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the problem. You know, they spent millions of dollars on these hockey analytics, the New Jersey Devils, when they could just go across the bar and learn beefalytics from the Let's Go Devils podcast. And you see what's happening right now, folks.
We have to define beefalytics this week so we can give it to Dano.
Yeah, do you know what this kind of reminds me of? You ever hear about the conspiracy theories? Like somebody found a way to have a car that has like 500 miles per gallon. But
a car that runs on water?
Yeah.
And then the auto industry came in and destroyed it?
Pretty much.
And the big oil said no.
This is what's happening right now with the New Jersey Devils. Just like why we don't have any picnic tables out there. All right. I'll see you later, bud.
Good friend of the podcast, Big Hans.
Our bodyguard.
Big Hans.
Yeah.
Along with Din Wiesel.
Technically Little Hans, because Big Hans is his dad. So.
Oh, yeah, technically.
Yeah.
Don't want to mess with the godfather of the New Jersey Devils. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we've had our fair share here to chat about and everything.
Yep.
They do have another early game tomorrow, afternoon style, back here at the Rock against the Ottawa Senators and one Brady Tkachuk. So, yeah, let's hope that Sheldon Keefe has laid into this team and lit a fire under their ass so they can get back to playing the winning Devils hockey.
Make them
that
skate.
We were getting spoiled by in those first 3 months of the season. And listen, every team goes through these down times, but this team really needs to figure it out now because all those points they got earlier in the season, this streak is not good.
No.
And the other teams are starting to just creep up. So they got to figure it out and put it back together.
Yeah. And that's the hell of it, too, is the teams we don't want winning are winning when we're not. So.
Yep. And Dolan bankrolls our analytics department.
James Dolan. Yeah, it's the only thing he can bankroll. Yeah.
You know we're going to have to be hearing from Sam Wu about this for the next month or two. You know that? You know that, Dino? You see what you're doing to us?
I think there needs to be a conspiracy Wu report tomorrow.
I mean, honestly, right now, let me tell you something.
Oh, here we go.
If it doesn't work out this year, fire Fitzy, fire Kate Madigan. I want a whole new...
I want analytics-driven Devils hockey.
Yeah. Sam was so frustrated he can't even think of the word front office right there.
Well, there's a lot in the front office that I think should go anyway, but that's another podcast for another day.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Yeah.
Screw the analytics.
Yeah, and Serve, yes, we are off on the back-to-backs, but let's hope tomorrow they actually win the second half for once.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And I just want to throw out to everyone that's coming to the Devils game tomorrow, drive safely because the weather is going to be pretty crappy tomorrow. So get here and get home safe tomorrow. We're expecting some snow here, Scotty.
Okay.
A pretty significant
be safe,
amount.
Everybody.
Everyone be safe tomorrow.
I was just going to say the opposite, guys. Just stay home. It's not worth it. This team's not worth it.
There's like a gray cloud hanging over us. I'm going to step back right now.
All right.
I don't want to get rained on here.
All right.
I'm going to shave right after this. I'm shaving this beard off.
Yeah. Me too. Maybe I'll go vegan. Till next time, let's go Devils.